Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Do I have any sound? Can you guys? Hey, everyone. Can someone give me a 5x5? I don't know if I have sound or not. Oh, good, good. Because my little intro sound didn't come up at all. Oh, good, good, good. I was nervous about that. Good. Because I actually yanked the Ethernet cord and moved this, and the box out there went flying. So, yes, welcome everybody. It is Monday. Welcome to my replay crew. Hold on, I got to tuck the door in just a bit. Okay, well, I didn't want to shut it all the way. I want to be able to hear the ankle biters in the living room. 2 more weeks of ankle biters and then back to my regular schedule again. So, yeah. Hey, Suspicious, Jaden, Sandy, 7th. Can't think of a better name. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I've been scrambling around trying to got the baby's bed picked up. I got one poster up. Now I got to get the other one up. Well, like I've mentioned before, this house was built in 36. And so at one point in time, so it's lath and plaster. Well, at one point in time, someone went and textured the walls, which is fine, made it look up to date. I put those metal signs I got. I thought instead of putting holes into the wall, I have these big, oops, that's a sticky that's stuck not where it's supposed to be. They're command hook things, big ones. Well, I thought, instead of just using the command hook, because the hole's so small on the side, they're good sized command hooks. Okay. I thought, I'll just thank you. Good old Timu. Oh, I know. This house comes with a couple of guests. Well, I thought I'd, instead of making a hole, I just use the adhesive tabs on the back of the signs. And then I realized one wasn't quite right because it wasn't even, a little OCD in me decides to come out. And so, where's the piece at? So I went to adjust it, and hey, Shannon, this is a small piece of what happened. Do you need something, hon? I got the 5-year-old today and tomorrow. Yeah, it would have been better. And I have plenty of poster putty because I use them for the little fingernail stands that I paint these on. So for now, I just took 2 little tiny nails and put it in there and hung it up so that I can hide the holes. I mean, because it's straight wherever it dropped to now. It's my nose itches. Fresh air in here. The window's open. It's straight to the plaster. So I'm going to have to text my son and said, what the hell color did you guys paint this room? He remembers the name of the color. And then I got to do the, what is it, that stuff that helps fix walls? You can get plaster, actual plaster. And I had some years ago because it's just stuff you mix with water. And just kind of even it out and then add a little bit of a texture to it as it dries and then paint over it. But in the meantime, I have 2 others that I did the exact same thing to, and I'm not moving it. I'm just going to let those little rubber adhesives just kind of dry out. You know, they're supposed to pull right off the wall. No, at least not the Amazon versions. It just took the wall right with it. So, oh, thank you, Sandy. Oh, yes, all the YouTube stuff. So, let's see if I can show it to you guys. This is what I did. Turn this around. I don't know if the thing will let me. Okay, my pop's not open. Muted myself, but I don't know if you saw those or not. Because this setup is so chaotic right now. My computer cord, because my big box is underneath the table. So my cord from my microphone has to run underneath the table, around the table, and I have a truck. So, yeah. Yeah, lead paint's a thing, but you know, I look at it this way. I really don't think kids ate the paint. You know, it's just not something that, kids typically did. But what do they use to shield you from, say, radiation? If you go get an X-ray, what do they use? Lead. A lead apron. Well, hold on. This. I hit something when I went to look back. Yeah. Lead paint. Think about it. You're a bit shielded from, of course, your Wi-Fi sucks, but you're shielded from all that extra. Hopefully I'm back. I should be back. I hit something. I don't know what I hit. So yeah. I don't know how I ended up leaving. The live was still running, but somehow I left. I don't know what I did. So it shields us from some of this EMF radiation that we have from our phones, from our router. I have a box I have to get around my router since I got the new one. Yes, good. I have basically it's like a Faraday cage for my router. Wi-Fi gets out, but some of the radiation doesn't. I have a, supposedly, and I need to, a thing for my smart meter, a mesh cover for it to help with the radiation. And I know when I had, well, the 8-year-old was a baby and we spent a lot of time in the living room. Well, it's attached to the outside wall of the living room. And I was getting a lot of headaches. And once I put that up, the headaches uh, considerably went down. So, yeah, I, I never ate paint as chips as a kid. You know, and I know my cats have zero interest. Hey, Paola, nails on this time with some silver glitter. Yes. But I didn't eat paint. My dad's house was built in the 40s. I don't know why they kept saying kids ate paint. I don't know. Thank you. Um, Sometimes I wonder if that was just a marketing thing to, to get rid of it, because I would preferably, if I could have, redo walls, or at least a bedroom wall with leaded paint, just so people can sleep, without all that. And I need to get into the habit of turning off my Wi-Fi at night. I mean, I don't have any, what do you call it? I don't have any security cameras or anything, so it doesn't need constant Wi-Fi running. So, yeah, that's. Does it? Interesting. I'm not going to eat this piece, but interesting. Yeah. Um, the lath and plaster does make it quieter. It doesn't make it any cooler or any warmer. So, yeah. Paint and bricks. Yeah. Yeah. This is just going to have to be some, I forget what it's called, because I've used it before and I got it at like a grocery store. You just mixed water, and because our, in the dining room, that whole outlet box was coming out. And so I had to mix some up and put it around on the inside and shove the oh, Beetlejuice 2. I've heard about it, but I haven't even seen a preview. I want to see Deadpool. But oh, cool. That would be cool. But not an electrician. But I got tired of you unplug something and the whole box starts to come out. So I put the inside with that plaster, and didn't didn't do anything with the circuit switch. And I thought, well, okay, I know not to touch the two holes. Don't do that. God, I can't wait to see it. So what I did was, I didn't think about, let's grab it from between the two. Bad idea. It was a shocking experience, let's put it that way. My son laughed and yelled from downstairs, "Do you want me to turn off the breaker box?" I said, "No, it's too late." So I hope. Uh, so I knew not to touch them. So now I knew where the little fixture things, you have to curl the wire over and screw them into place, were at. So the second one, I knew not what to touch. And so I just kind of took it out, flat plaster, and I didn't even grab it. I just kind of pushed it back into place. And yeah, but that's the stuff I need again with this ball. Yeah, in case you missed it, where'd I go? Yeah, Paola. I took the plaster off the wall on accident. This is a small piece. So I have to repair it. This is why we're discussing wall repair. I need to keep this nice full piece so if the boys if Steve can't remember what color this is, I can take it into Lowe's or Home Depot and say, can you match this, please? Yeah. So now there's a hole. I don't have a picture of the hole, but I can do this. So now, come on, be nice to Mama. I put those up with little stickies, adhesive stickies, and it took the wall off when I went to adjust it. You guys checking this out? You see that red light? I got to get it just the right angle. That's your front-facing camera taking pictures of you. Yep. Yeah. Well, a lot of them, since I tried to find them, since they fell off, are like little tiny pieces. I mean, it would be a jigsaw puzzle. It's easier if I just take the plaster and go over with it and, you know, smooth it out and then just retexture over the top. But I just got to get the right color. Okay. Yeah, these are, I mean, glue. Oh, never thought of glue sticks. And like I said, I can't remember who mentioned the poster tacks. I got plenty of that. So I've got there's this piece here, but it was gone before we moved in. And instead of the kids repairing it, just painted over it. So this is what I get for doing something by myself. So these two in front of me are just going to sit there till the stuff dries. Yes, I did. I saw the engraving. And without my contacts, I can read it too. Okay. Without my contacts, I can read it. It's right in this part of the ring back here. Yeah. Well, without my contacts, I can read it just fine. With it, I have to have my glasses. Reading glasses. Yeah, if the daycare kid's using my extra camera, my extra phone, I always put tape over the camera. And this one has a little doodad, so, but yeah. So I try to tell the kids it's watching you, watch it. It's watching for a reaction out of you. So a lot of times or even if you're not using it, I just stuff it in my kitchen cupboard. So all it has to do is look at the top of my cupboard. Yeah. But anyone have an exciting weekend? Yeah. I had the baby. We went to Rainier and it was cloudy. So, and oh my goodness. Okay, so this new entry ticket thing. You have to prearrange the night before and it starts at 7 and there's only so many tickets allowed. I should have had 3 phones and the computer running to get me into Rainier the time I wanted. I couldn't get in. Everybody and their dog, because it was Saturday, they're going to want to go in. So you can wait till 3 and go in. And during the week, I don't think there's any rangers there at 3 o'clock anymore. In the weekend, there is. So a good 20 minutes in line to get into sunrise. It was cloudy, but we got the 3-year-old because she wanted to go to the big mountains. And I had to show her how the big mountain, you can only see the bottom of it. But see, when I took the kids on Tuesday, it was great. I was easy to get a ticket. In, out, no problem. Nobody there when we left at the ranger station. But I guess it's a weekend. Yeah, there used to be a long line all day long, but now you have timed entry from, I think, Memorial Day, I think, till Labor Day. And then after that, they don't care anymore. It's just basically the prime times. Sweet. 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. That's just when I start getting some good sleep. Man. Can't imagine being awake at 3 a.m. Unless I'm going to the bathroom. We got the baby, and the baby. She's going to be 4 in December. She did a major milestone. She peed in an outhouse. Yeah, it was dark enough. She wasn't worried what was down in there to fall into. So yeah. Sure. I mean, we can look for some Airbnb, something like that. Yeah. So she's mastered that skill, so hopefully she won't be afraid of it the next time. But I also need to teach her how to pee in the woods without in the toilet. So, but it was. She got to get out and exercise and see the forest and all the many Christmas trees, as she called them. So, she did good. And we have actually blue sky. That's why the window's open. I have blue sky. And then after this, I'm taking the kids to the school, which is 2 houses away, to the playground so they can go run their legs off and get some fresh air outside besides playing Fortnite. So, yeah, I thought I'd do a nice thing and kind of get stuff going and decorate it off this. And yeah. So that's a thing. I mean, whenever we leave, I got to repaint the room anyway. Because I wanted to repaint it to purple, but I don't want to take all this shit out and then try to repaint it. Just thinking of sleep makes me yawn. Oh, I dropped my Diet Pepsi to the floor. I ain't gonna drink it. So, but no, tomorrow I'm not gonna be here. I had the 5-year-old today. Wasn't planning on it, but I knew I was gonna have the 5-year-old tomorrow. We're gonna go to the museum. He's never been. The 13-year-old wants to go again. So, lovely high fructose corn syrup and some red dye makes for a wonderful drink, but it's not pop. So, my poor brain is so obsessed with what I did to my wall. Now I get to tell hubby. It's not as easy as, well, I guess it is should be easier than fixing a hole that's where you pull that mesh to get it just right, and then you put stuff over the top of it, but yeah. So for now, it's just got these little tiny nails. I just can't believe I did that. Oh my God. It's like I say, I swear to God, this just lets air straight through. Gray hair just lets air straight through. Somewhere. Oh, it's on. Didn't look like my cover was still on. I'm like, somewhere's the cover to my Fitbit. Yeah. That's what I get for trying to be independent. I got my crow scroll up. They didn't tell you. Well, that's Temu too. They didn't tell you how to put it up there, so I just took a white ribbon and hung it on a nail that was already there. But I can't believe we're in the middle of August already. Summer went by too fast. Next week, ask the kids where they want to go in the mountains, because that's their last week with me. We shouldn't have the 5-year-old, so we can just go hiking wherever. So I don't know. I've been trying to get this. I wrote a list of to-do things that eventual to do. Oh, crud monkeys on my list. I love sleeping. Oh, I know, Sandy. It's just gone. Where I went to the Forest Service cabin, where I love to go. Oh, I know. It's warm here too. We're getting a small break. All of a sudden, in my bank account that I usually have money, start adding money to so I can book the cabin. I had a bunch of money in it, and I'm like, what the? First, I thought it was backwards. I thought somebody got into my account and took money. And then I went to look at my 2 reservations for September and October, and they've been canceled because there's structural integrity issues. Well, since we were going to go buy that to go to Rainier Saturday, my nosy butt had to go down and see what happened. Why was my trips canceled? Because I had been there. About a month ago, I was just there, and it seemed fine to me. I thought, well, maybe a tree fell on it. I had to go and be nosy, and so went down to the gate, and if the keys were still in the lockbox, I knew the combination. I was just going to go in and see. I didn't make it that far. A ranger came by. I think he was. Well, that's a car. I think he was originally going to head back to the campsites and check on them from back there, and then saw us parked at the gate and me walking that way because I could see it has this funky, weird old Forest Service green siding, not that light green, the darker green, and pieces were missing. So I was gonna go get pictures. Well, the Forest Service guy stopped, and so the first thing I asked is, "What happened?" Yeah, and he says, "Well," he goes, he's the guy who's responsible for basically making sure everything's safe and sound, and he says, "Yeah, the back porch, it's got some rot. It was built in the 40s, so says it's got some rot, so we gotta wait for the engineers to see if it can, be fixed or not, because the porch has a room above it." So I'm hoping that you can just go in and brace up the porch, and that'll, yeah. He goes, yeah, but I'll come back to that hope, or I'll lose my train of thought, because my first thought was, well, just take off the backside. We don't need the porch, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a room upstairs that needs the porch's support. So hopefully they can fix it and not. Because if they can't, they have to decommission it, and then nobody can use it. So, I was telling them, I said, I'm the one who made the curtains in the place. I'm the one who put up the pictures in there. Hannah, this gal named Hannah did the paintings. She's some oil painting stuff she did. She made the curtain rods. So I have specific boxes, those yellow and black bins for the cabin. Stuff that I need. I always have extra soaps, light bulbs, nails, anything I need to fix that. Because there's a lot of us, if we're when we come to use it, we'll also fix it while we're there. So hopefully they don't decommission it. But I've got to take the boxes out of the expedition that we never bothered to take to storage because, well, we were going to be back in a month and a half, and I had to take them out, prep them like I would if I was getting ready to go back, make sure that I can just grab them and go, and hopefully that they can fix it. And then put them in storage, so whenever. I hope so. Well, we're dealing with a government building. So I hope it can be fixed. Because the inside, the inside's, well, it's not lath and plaster, it's boards. I mean, there's another cabin I can go to, but it's not like 36 miles away. It's a good maybe 70. Because I have to go to Ellensburg and up I-90, and this is just 30 miles away. But yeah. So yeah, I got nosy, and he's such a nice guy. He gave Kira a temporary tattoo, a sticker, a little rubber bracelet that says Smokey the Bear on it. And I looked at Kira, I said, "You can look like Mom, Dad, and Grandma." So no. Took me a second. HOD. No, we watched some of it the other day. Yeah, we thought about that. But then I need to place, I mean, got a place to store it. And yeah, I kind of like the cabin because I didn't have to pay insurance. I could go 4 or 5 times a year, whenever I want to, schedule it out so I could get there. But no, I'm as far into that as the one older lady and her dragon taking a plunge. It's as far as I got. And I got to go back. Hope. Yes, outhouses are still a thing. We call them, some people call them honeypots. Actually, there's a business called honeypots. So yeah. Yeah, that's exactly, I know. I don't have to insure it. I don't have to do. But Hope, what I was told with rattlesnakes is like usually in the direct heat of the day, they're not out. It's too hot. It's usually closer to the afternoons or the evenings. And that's the only times I've ran into them is in more towards the evening. But the middle of the day, if I'm out there, this year I didn't get conditioned. Usually every year I'm constantly out like I started out. That is not, no, it is not, honey. Not at all. Not anywhere close. Like I started out to do this year, and maybe once the kids go back to school, I could go back out in the hillside and go live from there. I would do that. I wouldn't go live, mind you, because back then I thought I had to have 1,000 people, and evidently it's changed again. And my body would acclimate to the heat, and I could be out in it, in a hat and tank top and shorts and plenty of water. But I didn't do that this year because he was home. So, and he's exhausted from work, and I got to get his ass back in gear for next spring. So, but yeah, that's how it's been running here. We have I've never taken you guys down to the Cowiche Canyon Trail because I don't think I get a signal there. I know you can in the beginning, but it's along the river, and it used to be the railroad. It was its path. So they took out the the tracks and people could walk down that. And then there's bridges. With this fire, it's bringing down all the animals. So there was a big warning about cougars down, because they want the water and the heat. So, hey, Mary, they want the water and the heat from the heat. So, yeah, I don't take the daycare kids there either because of the rattlesnakes, because rattlers go down for water and then, but, oh, man. Devin, the 13-year-old, got to hear. He's pretty sure he heard a rattlesnake. Didn't see it. It wasn't on the trail, but when we were down by the Columbia last year, I said, it's not on the trail. It's, it's not, it can't bite you from under the tree over there. So, yes, sweetheart. I don't know how to do which one we used. I don't remember. You have it on your No, it's on a big black one. Yeah, let me get done with this and then I'll. Okay. Yeah, kids trying for Ooh, I still have stuff. I wanted to make that coleslaw. I took everything up when we went to the cabin in June, and except mayonnaise. So what is it here? But see, I got a breeze. It says 83, but I got a breeze. Man. And if I gotta, cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese. I'm one of these weirdos that like what are they? It's a salad. Is it a Jello salad with cottage cheese? It's green. I remember that. You'd have it like some potlucks or whatever. Some kind of cottage cheese weird dessert. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I use one of those things. Yeah, lime jello, cottage cheese, and I forget what else. Walnuts? Pecans? One of the two? Yeah. That's not bad. That's a good fair amount of protein. And yeah, I just love that stuff. I think the last time I made it, I found a recipe somewhere. I don't think I saved it. But that's all I ate for like 2 days. So yeah. Okay. All right, door. We got wind. So it's gonna come back and forth, but he's gonna try to make a kid wants to play with his friends Minecraft, and I think the email I have stored is on the big old black thing. So when I'm off here, I'm gonna take it and see if I can find it. That's that huge computer. Yeah, it's really good, and it reminds me of like going to a potluck or a wedding or something like that. You know. Oh, now that I got both of you two here, where'd the box go? Except I gotta figure it out because it really didn't tell me much. Okay, gave me this. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, cream cheese and marshmallow cream together, blended. Oh, it's a great fruit dip. Okay, so I don't eat bagels very much, but I thought this was cool because it has a little hook for your yarn, so you're not sitting there pinching your yarn and cramping your fingers. And I guess the yarn goes in here, and it came with the little plastic safety pins and a bigger pin. But and it came with, oh no, where did I put it? Walnuts. I put it away for safekeeping. But it came with yarn. Hi, sweetheart. What you need, love? Okay, give me 2 seconds. I got warm up a hamburger thing that he didn't finish eating. Maybe I can find the piece of there's a piece of paper on this. All right. Now everything's falling down. Whoop! Didn't want to do that. So it gave me the two yarns, stuffing, a hook, and it's supposed to gave me instructions of I am terrible with instructions. But it's supposed to be made into like a little hanging pot with ivy for your car window. So I'm going to try to give it a try. So hopefully I can get it and not just take strings out and play Jacob's Ladder with it. So, but I thought, oops, this goes in the box. I thought the idea of a ring was really cool. Yeah. I mean, I can sew. I have no problem sewing. I mean, thank goodness nowadays there's a little adapter you get for your sewing machine for sewing buttonholes. But I'm gonna have to go to your channel and see if we can find that. That sounds good. But I love cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese with lasagna. It's not, the 8-year-old loves cottage cheese too, and her mom, they made lasagna one night, and she came home with a small thing of nice, wonderful. And the 8-year-old looks at her and goes, "That's not enough cottage cheese to go with the lasagna." I buy the Costco tubs of cottage cheese. So far, I've got one of those umbrella strollers. I don't know where the top is. I think that disappeared, you know. Yeah. Mm. Um, I've got that, the umbrella stroller without the top, at least it's a stroller, and a baby walker that's missing the little airplane piece that goes over, but the piece that makes music and steers is still there out in the side yard for free. So hopefully, if some of the workers next door need a quick walker that you could throw in the back of your car that's light, and a walker, stroller, uh, that will actually perfect distance to the on a Costco shopping cart that you can put the baby in the seat and carry the stroller. So if you have to go to the bathroom, you put the baby in the stroller, wheel her into the bathroom with you, and you don't have to worry about it. Yes, I have. Why do I think you don't take it out of the can though? Because I think I've tried it. Mm, and it does work. It does work. And that's probably why I never tried it again. Um, my I can't remember how it went, but I know it was just a whole can and water in your crock pot. I don't know if you vented the top. I don't remember how it went now. Definitely look it up and double check for sure. Um, my pumpkin pie, and that's a good thing I only make it twice a year. I instead of evaporated milk, I cut down the sugar that the cans of pumpkin call for by a half a cup, and instead of the evaporated milk, I use sweetened condensed milk instead. Oh, now I want apples and caramel. I have apples. I don't have any caramel. Um, but I have condensed milk. Uh, it's. I think it's a little bit creamier. It's not as. It pretty much just is burnt sugar. Um, mm, I'm still trying to empty out the freezer in the kitchen so I can figure out what the hell I got. And said more. I vacuum sealed more chicken. I bought chicken and vacuum sealed it. Um, oh, I do too. I loved it. My coffee. There's just enough breeze that this door keeps opening, but they're really not playing anything that's gonna give me a copyright strike. So, oh, I love it. I have no problems eating that right out of the container when I'm making pumpkin pie. Mm-hmm. I need to get a better uh, dehydrator. I haven't dehydrated anything in a long time. I need a better one. The one from the 80s just isn't cutting it anymore. And there's another truck. It's becoming harvest season. I get to listen to that all day, every day, at nighttime. Um, mine, the dehydrator is about yay big around. It's about yay tall. And God, we got it at the local fair in there. Well, here's the Sundome, where all the vendors gather and sell all their stuff. Yeah, we got it there. Yeah, I saw a sign for peaches, but I still have plenty of peaches from last year. I gotta finish those first. I haven't seen a sign for pears. I need to can pears this year. I only got a couple cans left. And I need to can some that don't have almond extract in it. Because my son's basically stepdaughter is allergic to almonds, sesame seeds. So good. Oh God. Thinking about sleep. That my brain is just overwhelmed. Uh, I can stand almonds for a little bit. I love candied pecans. Those are too good. Yeah. I can't eat too many almonds because I will break out in hives. I mean, if I have a cookie with a little bit of almond in it, I'm fine. But if I eat too much of it, I break out in hives. Even like the oil, the tanning oil that'll have made with almond oil, I no. My It'll break out right where a necklace sits or whatever because it sits there for too long. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Um, God, I really need to have hair one of these days. I really wish to God Grandma wasn't a. She just would have had the continual, Native American with a nice thick hair. Nope, not Grandma. And you inherit your hair from your mother. So my mother inherited her, and then yeah, I got it. Luckily, this gene dies with me. That's why you guys don't see a lot of the top of my head because, yeah, my son looks at me and goes, "Mom, it's almost like male pattern baldness." I said, "Yeah, I produce more testosterone than most women do, so yeah, that's where it's going." Thank you. I just, it's a hair issue with me. I had hair so thick when I was younger. You remember those banana clips we had, those big old things with the teeth that I had so much hair I couldn't put one in it. So, hey, Janet. Yeah, I had so much hair that it just, yeah. And now, like I said, if I would have paid attention to, if it would have clicked that, okay, mom's got thin hair. Maybe I should do something. I didn't. It didn't click. The only thing that taught me was mom's top heavy and her back hurts. That's why my back hurts. So, yeah, I had it. It was great. But on the plus side, I don't know if I could handle a whole bunch of thick hair anymore. Man, I can put my hair's in a bun right now, and it doesn't even have anything in it. I have so much curl, I just twist it and tie it into a knot. But, yeah, maybe if it gets cooler, I'll start wearing the wigs again. So, I think some people for vitamins will help. Collagen will help. Um, I don't know. For me, and I don't have a head to shave it. Don't have the shape to shave it. I mean, back here well, the dip's getting better, but I had a fatty tumor that I had since I was a kid. I was getting headaches, and so uh, it solidified over time. The dermatologist took it out, and it left a golf ball sized divot in my skull. So yeah, just third. I wish I get at least a third of my hair back, and then I got. Uh, I always joke because I say because I'm 3% sub-Saharan African that all these little baby hair curl things is that. But then I also have the Norse baby fine hair that I've always had baby fine hair that tangles really easy. So, I mean, if it didn't have this, I had a friend ask me if I had, was it alopecia? I said, no, I wish, because then I'd have an excuse. Not that, oh, I'm just old and I'm starting to bald. I looked at so my tribe's not from up here. My tribe's from the Southwest. But I saw a couple of Yakima natives and they had thin hair too. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not too bad. So it's just the luck of the draw. So, ooh, okay. Thank you. I need to glue it. I need to find where the glue is because it's making noises. I gotta find it because that's all it's held by. But Etsy, place in Portland. I had a rectangle one that got bent to squat, so I saved the moonstone, and I don't remember where I saved the moonstone to. So, yeah, got a smaller 11 on this hand was too big. 11 on this hand's fine because this is the one I use the most. It's a stronger hand. And this hand is too big, so I've got a 10 and a half Moldavite ring coming in for this finger. Yeah, it sucks. And it doesn't hold a curl. I could put a curler in and it'll last for about maybe an hour and then it just falls out. But this stuff underneath, I could make ringlets with my finger. So, and it hasn't grown I don't think it's grown in 10 years. So I haven't had a haircut in probably about 10 years. I just, every now and then, I'll twist it up to the very end, and then I can feel it. There's just a small little handful of hairs, and I snip those off. And I'll just so I get it somewhat even. Yeah. But, oh, let's see. Oh, hello. I can't put my phone back to where I can see it. All right. Come on. That's all I'm getting is black. Right there it is. Oh, yeah. I've got some spots in my walls that look like that. Do you want me? Oh, do you mind if I show that ring? That is so pretty. That is really, really pretty. Okay. Turn the brightness down. It's almost too bright now. Gosh darn it. But it's really pretty. It's circle. How do I get it not so bright? It's trying to do its own thing. But it's really, really pretty. I have a thing with rings. As you can tell. I think it started when I was watching Farscape. And the blue lady had one on each finger. Except they were just bands. These are just, these were extras. So they go at the bottom because they're really loose and fall off. So I just put another one on top of it so it stays in place. It's just got to get past the good old arthritic knuckles. So, yeah. Sweetheart, you don't have to do that. You've already got me this one. What do you call it? Yeah, the blue lady had silver, or she had gold bands. I don't do gold. It doesn't do good with my skin. I'm a winter, and when we did all that thing back in the 80s, I love you too. I need your address, by the way. Silver went better with my skin tone than gold, so I've worn silver ever since then. So I gave most of Mother's gold jewelry to my oldest wife, and then now she has the gold jewelry and is not my daughter-in-law anymore. I mean, I love her to death, and I hope to God she at least wears them because I was never going to wear them. So, so I only saved one chain for my other son's fiance. I only saved her one chain and then one chain for the baby. And if I would have known that was going to happen, I would have at least saved some more and gave more to the other one. But We don't know, you know. So and the only thing I kept, and I don't even remember where I put it, is her diamond bracelet, the tennis bracelet that lost a little clasp, and I was devastated because I put on jewelry and it never comes off. If you haven't noticed, it was gone, and I was like, well, shit, because it was in white gold, and I thought, well, I didn't pay for it, and someone's got a really nice bracelet, and yeah, I do that. Oh, awesome, good thing you're wearing them. I do that with a lot of stuff. Um, I have some garnet earrings and mothers that have got to go to my cousin, but I thought, great. Well, at least someone got some, really pretty bracelet, and then I found it inside my car underneath my seat. I was like, wow. So I it's in the bedroom because it doesn't have that little fastening clap that double clasps it. So I wore it once and then found it in bed with me, and I was just like, yeah, you're going in the drawer till I can get you someplace to fix it. So I've got a box of mother's costume jewelry stuff from like the 60s and the 70s, and it's just in a blob. Been in there for so many years that it's, she would put stuff in there and move stuff around in this pink jewelry box, and it's just, if you go to grab it to take it out, you've got a ball about this big, everything all knotted together, and I'm like, great. He must have got it to work, Minecraft to work, so you can play Minecraft with his friends. So yeah, it sounds like it. 2 more weeks, just 2 more weeks, and I get back to everything. I was gonna do a video today, but it was a record one at least, except for the wall. Yeah. So you see me a picture of the earrings? Yes, you did. Hold on, and I'll show it. Oh, those are a nice size too. And it's gonna go too bright, but I blew it up too bright. Those are good size. I'm glad you found them. Mother somewhere sweared she bought me diamond earrings and she couldn't find them, and I never found them in her stuff. But it's not like I can really wear them. So, I've got sapphire earrings and stuff I can't wear because I don't have a hole for marrying. Yeah. I'm betting my mother found them, didn't write who it was for, and probably gave them away to somebody else for Christmas. So, yeah, because she swore she had earrings for me. And I've got, I kept a pearl necklace, and I showed Carly. So she said, when you get older and someone tries to give you, you'll know what real pearls feel like. They're a little heavier than the costume jewelry. So you'll know if you're actually getting something for real. So, but I gave Carly a pair of my mother's clip-on earrings because she cracks me up. The 8-year-old called my mother mom because that's what I call her. She grew up, she heard me calling her mom, so she called her mom. So yeah, so since she grew up with her for the last 7 years, I gave her something of hers. Oh crap! It's after. Yeah, I need to cut this an hour since I got the kids, and I won't be back. I won't be here tomorrow because I'm taking them to the museum, but I'll be back Wednesday, and hopefully just with the 2 who could. Yeah, I won't have to constantly keep an ear out. All right, guys. All of my love, Miss Dragon. All right, guys. I love you all, and I will be back on Wednesday. Yep. Now let's see. And away we go. Let's see if I can find this end thing. I had this all screwed up, and I hit the wrong button somehow earlier. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love.